Hey and welcome on my channel and welcome to today's video. I'm George from the channel Untraveled Roads and I'm back in Madeira in the paradise, and I switched my bike to the hiking gear, making the first hike, training for probably the biggest adventure and series I ever made, the Peaks of Europe, but later more. Let's go! After having spent the majority of 2022 on my bike cycling across Europe, I cannot describe how excited I was to finally use my legs in a different way and hike again. And there is no better place in the world to get back to it other than the flower island Madeira. On this small, beautiful island, it is where I pretty much started this channel. The plan for today is the following. From this town in the north called Ribeira de Janela, I will hike along the harsh cliffs before I climb up and cross the entire island until the south. I will do this in 2 days, and during this time I will hike around 50 kilometers and climb almost 4,000 meters of elevation. At least that was the original plan, and little did I know that things will go a bit different than that. But enough talking, it is time to make some distance. 1 week ago, as I left Vienna, it was snowing. Crazy thought. Just took an airplane and complete different climate. After biking for so long and traveling slow, it still feels very strange. Starting here in the north in Ribeira de Janela, the weather is completely different in the south. Quite moody. There were also very strong waves on the sea and quite a lot of wind. But the more I hike, the closer I should come to the south, the better the weather should get. Very soon, the first obstacle arose and it was waiting for me. A few cows standing in the middle of the road and a cute baby cow. The mother though didn't seem very happy to see me, and while trying to pass by her, she tried to attack. The cow won, and I escaped through the bushes. Rain, attacked. That's a good start of a nice adventure. I miss this kind of stuff. Finally back hiking, back on the mountains and preparing for an even bigger adventure. That is amazing. And look at this beautiful weather. It's raining and a bit foggy. Perfect for this foggy forest here in the north of Madeira. I am happy, friends. I am happy. The next few kilometers went along the cliffs, through this moisty jungle, and the weather only made it more magical. Pretty wild trail here. Like the trail is a bit washed away from some trees that fell down. But beautiful. And soon the heavy incline should begin. Now it goes a bit down. Look at this view. Wow, I missed that. Beautiful, and the trail is perfect. A bit washed out, a bit slippery because it's wet, but it's a good training to get back to the body balance, especially with the heavy weight. So it's perfect. And this view, wow, beautiful.
Your soul. I am trying to change your mind, just feeling like you know. You're a flawless melody, an octave higher than my breath. I can get you out.
Alrighty, quick lunch break in the beautiful scenery. Nice. I need to say I was a bit worried that now, after the pandemic and everything, that it would be full of tourists, but on this trail there's nobody except of the mean cow. Didn't see any soul. It's beautiful. Now I hike still a bit around the cliffs, and then it goes up to the plateau and to Fanal, to the forest. I think this part here on the cliff is so far one of my favorite trails here in Madeira. It's beautiful. I left the cliffs, I think. Now I will head up here, I think. That was the first part of the hike and it was really beautiful.
The amazing thing about Madeira is the variety of trails, and no matter your skill level, you can find one suitable for you. This trail I took is not very frequented, which is great for me because I can enjoy it in peace, but on the other hand, it comes with a few difficulties. On this note, for all fellow Madeiran hikers, always make sure you have GPS and analog tracks and the right equipment with you.
Here is a river or a stream, and I don't know where my trail goes. It shows a bit right of the GPS track is right of the river, and later I cross it somehow. So I will try to go back. Maybe I missed a trail or something. Oh, no idea actually where to go. Here is nothing, and there where the river is, I don't know. Maybe it goes along the river, but there's no trail or anything. Based on the GPS track, it should go here. But I mean, there's nothing. I could try to go a little bit on the stones forward and see what's going on there.
What is the only sensible thing to do? Right, testing if the waterproof pants are really waterproof, crossing the river and then searching for the trail.
I'm back at the river because I'm not 100% sure if this is really the route. It looks more or less like a way, but absolutely not maintained. It started pouring rain. I move out. I go direction Seixal.
From this small settlement that looked a bit like the perfect place to retire, I took an old road leading to Seixal, a town a few kilometers away. There the plan was to search for an alternative route.
I am at the coast. There in the back this town, well, I hope actually you can hear me. Back there this town, this is Seixal. So I'm heading there now, and then let's figure out how we continue. I arrived here in Seixal. Now I just need to check how I continue. I will try to get a coffee and then let's plan.
I got my beloved coffee while trying to figure out my options. From Seixal there are two trails leading up, but the problem was that I already did those in the past and it didn't excite me that much going on a familiar trail again. And secondly, the sunset would start in 2 hours already. So I decided to abandon the plan, which is a bummer, but that can happen sometimes, especially while taking the unbeaten path. So I will take the bus to Funchal, where I live, sleep in my bed and start a new trail tomorrow. New day, new challenge. As soon as I opened the door to step out of my apartment, it started pouring rain. And that meant only one thing: time for the rain suit.
Different night than usually without any tent, but in my apartment. And now part 2 begins. I'm climbing now from Funchal, basically everything up till the mountains there in the back, and then we follow a Levada, which should be quite nice. But first it's I think 700 meters and very, very steep roads till the beginning of the Levada.
And with steep streets, I mean really, really steep. Something like they are mean to deter anyone from climbing them. Even cars were struggling uphill.
I made the biggest part and on top of Funchal, and now I think it's around 200 meters of elevation left till the Levada, so should be fairly easy. I hope at least.
Once you reach the top, you can tell how big the city actually is and how fascinating it is to have it built like this into the mountains. While continuing to climb up, I had a lot of encounters with dogs that were not particularly happy to see me. And after the bike tour across Europe, I can admit I share the same feeling.
This is so weird. The sun is shining, but it's raining. I don't see any cloud. There's a small one on top of me, but it doesn't look like a rain cloud. I wonder where it comes from. Whew. Friends, I made it. I went on the top of Funchal and now I'm here at the Levada, Serra do Funchal. Now we have 24 kilometers left because today I don't sleep out, but it's a training hike, so I took all the equipment as I would be on a normal hike, simply to train. Whew. And I'm sweating. It's hot. I definitely can tell that I was biking 6 months and not hiking. My muscles are not used to that. But we will get back to shape. Madeira will help me and get me in form for the peaks of Europe.
As soon as I reached the Levada, the sun came out, as if it was saying welcome. The Levada was flowing next to some steep slopes, through forests with amazing herbal smell and beautiful spring flowers.
Just a boy on a hilltop, counting sheep to pass the time. Found himself in a quandary, face to face with
Ice cold Madeiran fountain water. Nice.
The longer I went along the Levada, the more the forest transformed into a jungle. The weather changed again and another rain cloud made its appearance.
Because it's along the Levada and near Funchal, I was expecting that there are a lot of people going here, but because of the weather, no human goes here, except of me, of course. So I have this beautiful Levada and this trail just for myself. And as we know, it is just rain, it doesn't kill us.
I reached the end of the first Levada for today, but others were waiting ahead. Before I reached the next one, I had to walk a few kilometers along the street, pass through villages where people get to enjoy perfect views and peaceful surroundings.
So there in front, this is Ponte de São Lourenço. It's really beautiful there. I also made a video there on the hike. It was really, really nice. And even more cool, there in the far distance, I hope you can see it actually on a GoPro, these two islands there. These are sort of deserted islands, they are under protection. I actually wanted once to go there and sort of make an overnighter, but it's forbidden because it's under protection, which is good. I think you can go there with tours, but yeah, otherwise you cannot really go. It is what it is.
A few meters after, I reached the beginning of Levada dos Tornos, the second Levada I will follow for today and also the first tunnel.
Look at this, it's really deep. That's a real Levada. Whew. I miss this so much, the Levadas, and just hiking next to them is so nice. And my friend, the rain is back. But it's only one cloud, I think. It should stop very soon.
The more I continued, the more wild the trail got, and also more amazing. Nobody was hiking here, so I had the whole Levada for myself.
And tunnel number 2. Ugh, cold. So crazy. It just looks like a jungle. The jungle of the Levada.
More tunnels, steep slopes, and amazing views awaited me.
Oh yeah.
After the last tunnel, the landscape changed, and instead of forest, I was delighted with a beautiful meadow, and even met some goats and sheep along the way.
Hello, please don't be like the cow and attack me. I don't do anything to you. Yum yum yum, good salad. And again, this crazy phenomenon. Sun is shining, but it's raining. This is so cool, very surreal. How cool is this? Here you can actually see the sands of the Levada. So they filter some water out, or take some water out. It goes then here down in this reservoir. And I guess there will be drinking water, water for fields and so on. And here you can see now the Levada has lost probably more than half of the water. But it's down in this reservoir. I'm really fascinated with it. Especially because most of the Levadas were built like hundreds of years ago, and it's a huge logistic, building tunnels in the stone, building these whole channels everywhere, and it's not even the biggest one here. It's crazy if you think about it. I arrived at the end of the Levada dos Tornos, and with that we arrived at the end of this video. Really thank you for watching. It was different than usual, not the classical overnighter hike, but nevertheless was really nice. First the cliffs and then now 3 different Levadas. It was hell of a fun, and it was good to get back my body to work. And yeah, we see each other for the next adventure here in the paradise. So see you next week for a new adventure. Ciao ciao.